1833, American-born actor Ira Aldridge took over the part of Othello in the West End from Edmund Kean, who, like all performers of the time, had been using black makeup in the role. That same year, slavery began to be abolished across the British Empire. Written by Lolita Chakrabarti, Red Velvet depicts that fateful moment, telling the story of a man who broke down barriers as a seismic shift was taking place across British society. Birmingham's Crescent Theatre stages Red Velvet this July, and the director and members of the cast recently had the chance to talk to Chakrabarti about the play.
It's not a biopic, but because it's a historical drama, there was so much to choose from. I mean, Ira Aldridge is an amazing man. There were so many details that are not in the play that I wanted to be in the play. But with a play, you have to find the story. It's not that I want to educate audiences, but I felt educated by learning about him, and I felt really inspired by him and really frustrated that people didn't know about him. So I guess underneath it, I wanted people to share what I had learned and my awe, because I just think he's amazing, young and old.
Who Ira Aldridge was is still something that not many people know. When I've talked to them about the play, and they've kind of, there've been a couple of people who've just gone, oh, I know him. And then I've been a bit shocked by that. I mean, oh, okay, cool, okay. And then they've gone, isn't he the, rather than going, I know him, he's the, do you know what I mean? So there's still this sense of curiosity and that lack of knowledge, which, I profess on myself was exactly the same at one point.
It is rich in issues, and if audiences can pick them up, it doesn't matter if they don't get them all, but they're there for people who really listen and watch. We are rehearsing, and even now things are bubbling up to the surface, and you think, I hadn't noticed that before. It's a great script. She did her first play. Lolita did extremely well. She's turned out something very fine.
What I'd like to say to audiences to come see this play, firstly, is how funny it is. And we found that as a cast. Yes, it deals with certain tough issues with racism and gender and inequalities and that sort of thing, but it's also hilarious. It's a good laugh. And it takes you through those emotions where you're laughing at one point and then you laugh at something and you ask yourself, ooh, should I laugh at that? Can I laugh at that?
Despite being set in the 19th century, Ira Aldridge's story resonates just as strongly today. Issues of diversity and whose voices are allowed to be heard are all tackled by this play, which becomes more relevant as time passes. I think as well, it is the fact, and this is the beauty of the play, that it's got so many contemporary moments in there. I'd like people to be, talking about, the importance of casting and getting casting right, and the kind of debate that we're having at the moment about what is performing, what is, this whole thing of artifice. Do you cast only black actors to play black roles? Do you only cast LGBTQ plus actors to play LGBTQ plus roles? And there are arguments for both, really. A big intention of Lolita's was to kind of just get people to think and to debate and to talk about a really important issue about the importance of lived experience in art.
If you look at any story from a different point of view, you get a different picture. Mm-hmm. And so I was looking at Ira from a point of view as being, I'm an actor myself, of being an actor of colour in Britain now, but I was placing him 150 years ago and going, yeah, it would have been different, but, so it's on many layers. I was sort of talking about myself and him and history and how we see history and also just going, look at this awesome man. He was amazing.
Experience the extraordinary story of Ira Aldridge this summer at Birmingham's Crescent Theatre from July 13th to July 20th.